Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yes, as I said, it will happen. The Americans and the Germans will provide the Ukrainians, or at least they will bring their missiles, long-range missiles, in Ukraine to hit the Russians. So NATO brings almost everything it got into fighting Russia. There's no doubt about it. I mean, if you want to ignore the reality, then you can do it, and it will happen. It will happen. They are ready. I have two articles. One that would tell us that the Americans will send the ATACMS, and the other ones will send the Taurus. They're still working on it, but the decision has been made a long time ago. Let me show you this article first that says that comes from Ukrainska Pravda. US may provide Ukraine with limited number of ATACMS. Wall Street Journal reports today, Friday, 15th of September. Now, when they say limited, of course it's limited. Otherwise, would be something almost impossible to be limitless. So limited could be, let's say, 50,000. It's a limit. It means it has a beginning and an end. That's a limit. Or it could be 3 again, but they say limited, like they say, well, just gonna eeny meeny miny more little bit. Okay, these guys work in the same way, and it works for them because the population is not even capable, let's put it this way, to understand the scheme. As I said many times before, they start as a mountain slope theory or model where they start little, talking about it, and then eventually they just get to the point saying, yes, we decided to do it because we save lives. We're going to send killing machines and ammunition to save lives. All right, you understand that war is peace, peace is war. Ministry of Truth, okay, is a ministry of propaganda. So that's double talk. So let's read this article a little bit, even though the title says it all. The United States is moving closer, yes, it will do it, providing Ukraine with long-range ATACMS missiles to enhance Ukraine's counteroffensive, which is dead in the water, face down, floating downstream. So this is what they're going to do, and we're going to look at the other article coming from the New Voice of Ukraine, for the same date, September 15th, Friday, 2023. Germany's decision on Taurus missile supplies for Ukraine expected in 2 weeks maximum. So that could be tomorrow. So it's within 2 weeks. Pistorius, an imbecile. But anyway, Germany could decide, it will decide, I guarantee you that, to provide Ukraine with Taurus missiles within 1 to 2 weeks. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius. This guy is on a payroll of someone else, not on the Deutsche Volk. Guarantee you that. On September 15th during the Westphalia Peace Conference. All right, so it says that Berlin has about 500 Taurus missiles, half of which are outdated and require refurbishment and reprogramming. Well, we'll see how many they will send. Doesn't really matter. If you send, let's say 20, that would be enough. If they're so good, you send 20 to Moscow, and then you get World War III in the second you did that. And the same with the Americans with ATACMS, plus the Storm Shadow, plus Scalp missiles, which are France's version of Storm Shadow. But hey, they're not involved whatsoever. Don't hit us. We can hit you using those guys in Ukraine, but you cannot hit us. This is how the story goes. And the Russians still, they know this, obviously, they're not idiots, but they do not cross that line. And it seems like the NATO, or NATO states, Al Capone, crosses red line after red line after red line. If I were the one at the receiving end, let's say in this case the Russians, the first bullet, all right, 9mm, pick bullet, or even smaller, that you guys, let's say, my beautiful NATO countries, sent to my enemy to kill me, I would consider that direct intervention, and I would be at war with you. And the hell with everything. What would you do? Because you imagine this. however you want to turn it, you help my enemy to kill me. Now, you either, try to use different methods of negotiations, like the Russians tried prior to February 24, 2022, or you get like this in a weasel fight. But the Russians kept away and did not engage NATO. NATO did not engage supposedly directly yet. We'll find out. But still, if you remember how NATO started with little support, now they send long-range missiles. They send airplanes, they send tanks. What's next? Troops on the ground? What else? We'll find out. There will be ships in the Black Sea. They are already over there. They're not full-fledged facing the Russians. There will be some accidents in the Black Sea. I foresee that happening. And not on the ships necessary department, but in the air. How should I say? I foresee the Russians shooting a British airplane. That would probably happen. I'm almost 99% certain that will happen. An accident or a direct shoot, or and so on. As of now, the Taurus missiles and the ATACMS will be coming in the same time. These guys are cowards, are afraid. None of them wanted to make decisions first. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.